Somewhere over there is one pissed off squirrel. I don't know if you can hear that. Quack, quack. But that's a squirrel, if you can hear it. I saw his nest over there yesterday. Squirrels out in the woods aren't like the ones in town. You don't see them. I've been here 20 hours, and that's the first I've heard. I knew there's some squirrels around. I could see evidence where they'd been eating nuts and stuff. Directly behind me is another squirrel house. I doubt if you can see it, but it's up in the fork of a tree. It's just a big pile of leaves. Let's see, there's the two trees close together, which, yeah, I'm sure that really is descriptive and helpful. Anyways, at dead center of the shot is a forked tree. And I guess they're all forked. But if you look hard enough, you'll see a really dense, dark spot. And that should be the squirrel house. But he's woken up. He wants to come down here and eat some nuts. And we may be right on his stash or something. You just can't never tell. Anyways, he's upset. Let me tell you. But better to be pissed off than pissed on, right? Well, we've gotten our breakfast eaten. Frisco cleaned up the dishes for me again. That's Frisco. I'm doing my best to burn up that big chunk of wood before I get out of here. I've got a couple of gallons of water to drown the fire with. It's supposed to rain today, but I'm still going to be pretty cautious with putting that fire out. It's always neat spending the night out in the woods, because got a lot of different sounds. There's the whippoorwills, you know. Then there's whippoorwill, whippoorwill. You'll generally hear some coyotes. And those guys sound pretty freaky, especially when you're cooking some meat and you're all alone and don't have a handgun or a long gun or any sort of a weapon. And then you can hear them getting closer and closer and closer. The thing I like to hear more than any other thing is the hoot owl. Those guys make some neat sounds. And they're really cool. I went deer hunting this past December, and I went out real early and I got settled into the spot where I was going to hunt from. And I heard a little bit of racket. I turned on my light and I saw, I reckon it was a possum peeping at me from around the tree. And I heard something else, and I turned and looked the other, just kind of to my right, and the possum was in front of me. And I saw these big old eyes looking at me, and then the head rotates sideways. And I thought, well, isn't that cool? That's an owl. And that owl was after that possum. And what was neat was he moved from the tree he was at to the tree that the possum had been in, and I didn't hear a sound. It was just, stealth mode. And he sat and looked at me for a minute or two, and I looked around, and when I looked back, he was gone. But My goodness, those are neat birds. Really neat. Yep, it's about long enough for this thing. But you can still hear that squirrel over there. Like I said, he's pissed off. He'll be pissed off when it gets rainy later on today. Peace out, y'all.